So it would be pretty difficult to find somebody that doesn't have or has never had any sort of social media. Natalie joining us now via Zoom live from Florida. She's an expert on social media. She's partnered with some pretty big name companies and is here to talk about the unexpected or expected trends that are happening with social media in 2023. And Natalie, let's start with this. How much time are we all spending on social media every single day?
A lot. The average person is spending over 2 hours a day on social media. So certainly, hopefully today we can figure out where we should be spending that time and energy and that investment.
What are the biggest trends you're seeing when it comes to social media this year?
There's a lot. The first thing that I'm noticing is that people are really changing the channel. And by that, I mean they're spending more time on channels that they didn't before. No doubt with sort of Twitter and Facebook having a decline in users and in trustworthiness, people are pivoting to channels like TikTok and LinkedIn to really showcase their talents.
Okay, so if you don't have those apps, should you get them? Should the average person have both of those?
Well, I would say LinkedIn for sure. Over 90% of recruiters are using LinkedIn to make hiring decisions. So if you're looking for a new job or at any point in the future, you will be looking for a job or changing career paths, you definitely want to use LinkedIn as your resume. TikTok, that's a little bit more up for debate. You have to know, obviously, how to speak to the camera and perhaps have a niche or some type of thought leadership you want to share and be good at editing.
Can I ask you this too? All right, say you do get LinkedIn, how often should you post? And obviously those posts are different on that than they are on TikTok.
Totally. I think on LinkedIn, I'm a quality over a quantity gal. So I'll tell my clients who are entrepreneurs and executives, even one solid post per week is plenty if it has something to offer, teach people, or even put a smile on someone's face.
Okay, it feels harder and harder to get your posts, even if you do that once a week, seen. How can people and even small businesses stand out on social media?
Yeah, you're right. It is getting really hard for our posts to be seen. I think for my small business owners who are watching, one consideration is you may want to consider hiring an influencer to help get the word out about your products or services. So influencer marketing is a $16 billion industry. That's billion with a B. And so small business owners are obviously interested in getting a piece of that puzzle. If you're looking for influencers, of course, make sure that they have an audience in the area where your small business is located. Of course, that they match the demographics in terms of age or gender you're trying to reach.
Natalie has a house here in Park City. We were talking about it during the commercial break. There are a lot of influencers from right here in Utah. How do you know which one to use?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I mentioned a few moments ago that you want to make sure that you ask the influencer for insights on their audience before you hire them. And this is something influencers can see for free, perhaps on their Instagram insights. You can pull up a list of your demographics, age, gender, location. You can even go as far as to see the income level of your audience. And that will be helpful as a small business owner to know who you should actually hire.
Do you also look at amount of followers and amount of engagement? Is that still important?
It is. Sometimes those metrics can be a little deceiving. Someone who has a very small audience might actually have a very healthy audience that loves to engage with them. And those are what we call micro influencers. And those are really on the rise as far as hiring someone with a couple thousand followers who really love and sort of follow them to the ends of the earth versus somebody with 100K who kind of doesn't really have a sticky audience who cares about what they're doing.
All right, Natalie, if our viewers are watching thinking, but I love Facebook, but Instagram's my spot. Should they stay on those for 2023, or is it time to migrate to the more popular social media apps?
No, I think Instagram is still completely safe. Facebook has seen a little bit of a decline, but it's still a great network if you're looking to connect with family and friends. And there's lots of good groups on Facebook, of course, too. I wouldn't say anyone has to be anywhere as a blanket rule, but I would say LinkedIn, if you have to pick one, is your most important channel professionally to make sure that you're, again, getting in front of those recruiters.
Natalie Zafat talking to us this morning from Florida. Please head to her website if you would like more tips on social media marketing. We'll put that on our website at abc4.com/GTU. Natalie, come back to Park City. The snow's waiting.
I'm on my way.